What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. You're never going to guess what type of video this is. Anyway, we're doing it in the bag. So starting off, we got my putting putters for this year. We got the Old Testament Genesis from Goliath Discs, for those that don't know. With Goliath Discs this year, they got some sweet apparel. Actually, I think I have some more apparel laying around here. We got this half and half right here as well. They got some sick designs. So, if you guys are interested, I have a 10% off discount code. Give it to y'all, hook y'all up, and it helps me a lot. Appreciate your guys' support. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. I already got distracted. That was fast. We got the Old Testament Genesis with this sweet stamp on it. And these have kind of been my putting putters this year. I like how straight they are. I don't really like throwing my putting putters, but I've had pretty good success putting with them. And then in terms of each disc category, I'm just going to go from least stable to most stable. And in that order, for my throwing putters, I do have a Z Luna with kind of a factory dye yin yang stamp on it. For my straighter shots, I have a Soft Envy. It's pretty nice if I throw it flat, nice and flat, good reliable dump at the end. And then step up from that is the new Tempo. I kind of use it as a zone replacement. I don't know if it's going to fully replace the zone yet, because I still like my zone. Matter of fact, here's the zone I've been using. It's a Failure Lake stamp. So, yeah, I'm going to try the Tempo out today. I have a tournament later today, and if it doesn't quite hold up, I might just go back to the zone. Who knows? Forgot to mention also, for my softer approaches, I did have a bird, but I think I've taken that away for the MVP range. I'm liking it. It's a straighter berg, so it's a little more reliable. And plus, when it spins, it looks really cool when it spins. In terms of my mid-ranges, I don't have a lot of mid-ranges currently in the bag. I do have a Buzzsaw from Discraft. Sweet looking rim again. Looks real nice when flying. So yeah, it's really straight. It's one of the straightest runs of buzzes I've ever seen. And then for my overstable, we got the Samson. This thing. I mean, it is sweet. The colors on it are amazing. This thing, pretty comparable to like a Walker by Lone Star, if you've seen my other in the bags. Justice from Dynamic Discs. Just those really meat hook Mutant by Discmania. Very similar to that style of mid-range. It's just an absolute beefcake, and it's more of a utility disc for me. But yeah, I mean, look how sweet that looks. As for my fairway drivers, from least stable, we got the Oasis Enoch. It is just, if I throw it on a nice little angle, it'll pop up and just kind of flip over. It doesn't really want to move left. It's a very reliable disc, but only really for that understable shot. And then a slight step up is the Oasis Arc. The Oasis Arc, also very similar to the Oasis Enoch in terms of flight, but it's much further. I'll notice that when it pops up and kind of just slow fades to the right or slow turns to the right, it's kind of pushing a lot more than the Enoch, which is kind of just turning over. And then from there, we have the New Testament Swirl Enoch. This one's dead straight. If I throw it on a little bit, it'll kind of pop up flat and even just finish flat. Like, it is a dead straight disc. It's probably going to be my go-to fairway for the year. This Old Testament Enoch is so good. Slight step up from there even, we have the Arc. This is the New Testament plastic Arc. This one's a touch more stable than the Enoch. This one, if I throw on hyzer, it won't really pop up as much. It'll kind of hold that a little bit. Throw it flat, it'll go dead straight with a little bit of turn. But yeah, if I just need a little more stability, if there's a little bit of wind, or, I just need it to finish at the end where the Enoch won't, the New Testament Arc will. Now, I'm kind of in between two discs currently for my kind of overstable fairway driver. I've been throwing the Tesla a lot. I've been liking it a lot, but it's starting to get some, don't know if you can see, it's been kind of getting some chips on its rim, and it's starting to flip up a little bit if I'm really powering up on hyzer instead of it just, continuing to move. It's starting to pop up a little bit and straighten out on me. So its time might be coming to an end, unfortunately, which is why I bought this T-Bird. This is the Jennifer Allen Tour Series T-Bird. This one I've thrown once, and it's pretty reliably overstable, so I think I might kick out the Tesla here soon, but I'm not ready to give up on the Tesla yet. But yeah, we got my go-to forehand disc now, the Clash Disc Cookie. This one's just really nice. If I throw it flat, I'll have a little bit of turn on forehand. I don't really like the hand feel for the backhand. It's just really flat. And yeah, it's a really nice, reliable, overstable forehand, kind of like a Firebird or a Raptor. So I've been enjoying the Cookie a lot. And then I got my really overstable fairway driver, the Chain Breaker. This thing is pretty comparable to a Splice or a Halo Firebird or anything like that. It is just absolute beef. No matter how much angle I put it on, it's going to fight out of it. It is, yeah, if I need to scramble and I need something that'll go a little further than the Samson, this is what the Chain Breaker's for. And once this beats in a little bit, I think this is going to be a really nice, reliable forehand disc to kick the Cookie out. But I just haven't beaten it in that much yet, so looking forward to that. And haven't quite gotten there yet. So until then, this is my utility forehand, and the Cookie, while it's in my bag, is going to be my go-to forehand. And then finally, for my distance drivers from Lee Stable, I got the Ambush from Goliath Discs. This thing is pretty more understable than the first Enoch I showed you, the Oasis Enoch. This Oasis Ambush is just ridiculously understable. This is my roller disc. If I just need something, even if I throw it on hyzer, it's going to get over and get on an edge. This thing is ridiculously understable, so it's really nice to have for those low ceiling roller shots. Or if I'm in a pinch and I just need a tomahawk to scramble out of, the Ambush is my go-to. I have an Innova Discs Mamba for a similar thing as the Ambush. If I just need not as much understability as the Ambush, I have a Mamba here for also rollers, but the rollers with the Mamba, at least for me, go a little further than the Ambush, but the Ambush better for scrambling by far. So yeah, I just kind of have this in the bag as kind of a, oh, if I need it, then it's nice to have, but I would prefer throwing the Ambush, and yeah, but every now and then I'll pull out the Mamba, and it's nice to have when I need it. Now we go into one of 5 Raptures. I've been loving the Goliath Disc Rapture. This is the Metal Flake Oasis Rapture. These things are money. I mean, I have 3 Metal Flakes in my bag alone. They're so good. They've kicked Wraiths out of my bag completely. These things fly forever. This is the least stable one of the ones I have, the pink one. This one will kind of throw and it'll flip up and turn a little bit. And man, this thing goes forever. I can't say enough good things about the Rapture. It's Goliath Disc's version of the Destroyer. Absolute money. And yeah, if you're looking at a go-to driver, get the Metal Flake Raptures. These things are so good. A little step up in stability for that, I have a Slingshot from Goliath Discs. This is also Oasis plastic. And this one's, I think I might have laid these out in the wrong order. I do think the Slingshot might be a little less stable than this pink Rapture. They're pretty comparable, to be honest. I just have this in because I'm trying to still figure out, like, its exact stability. I'm throwing it a little bit, trying to get the angles right. My hands are a little small for the 13 speed rim, but for those of you with bigger hands, this thing is going to be a moneymaker for you. It's very similar stability to the Raptures, but I imagine if you actually had the 13 speed arm, you can get this thing to fly further. I do not, but I'm still testing it out because I like the way it flies, and I mean, look how pretty that is. It's so sick. Next, we got another Metal Flake Oasis Rapture. This one's a little more stable than the pink one, but I've beaten this one in a little bit because this is the first Metal Flake one I got, and man, this thing's money. Like I said before, these things they fly forever. I don't probably need all 3 Metal Flakes in them, but when I'm doing practice rounds, I just want to be able to throw shot after shot after shot, so might as well show you off the ones that I'm crushing the most off the tee. And then the slightly most stable out of my Metal Flake Raptures is this basic red stamp one. This one, brand new, have thrown it like once or twice. And I'm noticing the blue is a little more overstable than the pink for the Raptures. So, yeah, like I said, love all 3 of these Metal Flakes. So, really pick your poison, but man, that poison tastes so good. For a step up of stability from those Raptures, because, they're pretty reliable flyers, but they don't quite move left. except for the other Raptors I have, but that bridge the gap between the Metal Flakes and the Oases. I have a Swirly Star Destroyer. This thing is, it's a nice overstable distance driver for me. It's got a little bit of pop up, not much, and it handles some headwind for me while still flying really far. And yeah, it's kind of a gap bridge between the other two Raptors. Finally, my last two discs are Raptures again. We have the Oasis Rapture. Both of these are Oasis. I've beaten this one in a little more than this one. So this one will fly a little bit straighter than this, but these guys are my headwind beaters. Really overstable, reliably overstable. If I need a nice overstable forehand at a little more distance, I'll get over on the Rapture. They fly really nice, very torque resistant. But yeah, I can't say enough good things about these Raptures. They are money and probably my favorite disc from Goliath Disc so far. These things are wonderful. And finally, bag show off for the year. I'm rocking the blue AX6 grip bag. Been liking it a lot. I've always been a grip bag fan. You know, they're just a nice, reliable bag. But that'll do it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching my In the Bag again. Hopefully I'll make any other content other than In the Bags here soon. It's been 3 videos in a row now that I've done In the Bags, something like that. So hopefully I actually stop being lazy and actually start making videos. If not, who knows. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Use my code. I'll have it in the description below if you're interested in any of these shirts or any of the discs I was showing off from Goliath Disc. You can use my code AHOWARD at checkout at goliathdisc.com. Save you 10%. And that also helps me a lot, knowing that you guys support me. And I just appreciate it. So have a great day.